to stay in a relationship. Theo Chikomba has been speaking to one woman about how she managed to escape.
For the best part of a decade, Susie from Cambridgeshire was in an abusive relationship with her ex-partner. She claimed she experienced violence and controlling behaviour.
It literally felt like I could never leave, like I felt like I had to do everything. He would always tell me, "You're not being fair." The amount of times I try and leave him and he'd be like, "Well, you're not being fair on me, you're not being fair on the children." In the olden days, they never gave up. And it's not fair on them, you're letting the children down.
And it was messages like this which she received, leaving her fearing for her life and her children's safety. Investigating domestic abuse cases is a force priority here, working on the front line to support high-risk victims.
Susie now describes that speaking with police felt like a breath of fresh air, where she felt safe and she felt believed. She said it was one of the best things to have happened to her and that potentially it saved her life. And I'm thrilled that Susie feels that way and that we've been able to help her. We aim to achieve this with all victims that we deal with.
Taking on cases from the police, Julia and her colleagues have seen a 19% increase in domestic abuse referrals. But it's the first step she feels many struggle with.
Leaving a situation like that can be incredibly difficult. I mean, particularly where someone is being stalked, and as Susie was, being tracked and their movements being monitored as well. And a lot of people are really in fear for their life, for genuine reasons as well, that what will be the consequences if they leave that relationship.
Since separating, her former partner has been brought to justice. He admitted coercive control, common assault, and was given a 7-year restraining order, rehab and more.
At what point did you realise, OK, I need to get out of this situation?
When these episodes of violence had gone on, he'd always been drunk and it would often be in the evening and it wouldn't be around the children. And this happened when it was around the children, and that's when I realised, like, I needed to get out of it.
After a difficult few years, Susie now feels more positive about the future. She can close that chapter of her life and move on. Theo Chikomba, BBC East.